Hey, Sarah, about tomorrow's meetup. Is 7 p.m. at the restaurant near your place okay?
Yeah, that works perfectly. I've already arranged my schedule.
I was worried you might be too busy. The diner's been pretty packed lately, right?
It has been, but I'll always make time for important family stuff. Plus, I've got some really great part timers now.
That's my sister. Thanks for making time despite being so busy with work. You're always putting me before everything else in your life.
What are you talking about? This is your important engagement dinner. Of course, I'd make time for you. What sister wouldn't be willing to make time for their little brother announcing his engagement? Plus, I really want to meet May, your fiance. I'm so nervous, but I can't wait to have a proper chat with her. If anything, I'm sorry I couldn't find more time earlier.
You've been supporting me my whole life, Sarah. I really wanted you to be the first to meet her.
I'm just happy you found someone special. What should I know about her before meeting her?
She works in marketing, loves fashion, and she's really organized. Actually reminds me a bit of Mom sometimes.
That's sweet. Mom would have been so happy to see you getting married. I just hope I don't make a bad impression, especially since I've been putting off meeting you both for a while now.
Don't worry about it. I know you're busy, and honestly, I owe everything I am today to you.
Stop that. You worked hard during those tough times too. You never caused me any trouble. If anything, I didn't give you the chance to be rebellious and act out a little.
Did you want me to be rebellious? I guess I just grew up pretty quickly after Mom and Dad died. I knew that you were doing your best to keep a roof over our heads. Remember how you used to work 3 jobs just to pay for my school fees?
And remember how you still managed to graduate top of your class while working part-time? You should praise yourself a little more.
Yeah, but I couldn't have done that without you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been able to go to college. I'm really grateful. I may only be in my mid-20s, but I honestly think you're the most amazing person I've ever known.
All that flattery won't get you anywhere. I can't give you anything in return.
As if I'd ask for anything. You've already done more than enough.
I was just doing what any big sister would do.
From now on, it's my turn to give back. I'm gonna do whatever I can as your little brother.
You don't need to do anything like that. I'm happy with my life as it is, and I'm overjoyed that you're getting married. Just seeing you grow up into such a fine person is all the payback I need. I'm so proud of you.
That sounds more like something a parent would say, though I guess it makes sense coming from you.
But still, you getting married? It's hard to believe. It feels like you were just a kid yesterday. They really weren't kidding when they said time flies faster when you're an adult.
Come on, that was ages ago. I've been taller than you since high school.
Really? Was that right?
Remember when I finally outgrew you? You cried, saying your little brother wasn't little anymore.
I did not cry. I just had something in my eye that day.
Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, sorry, my stop's coming up next.
Oh, you're on the train? Were you working overtime?
Yeah, it's been super busy lately, but I'm getting married soon, so now's the time to really push myself. I want to give May the best life possible.
Look at you being such a good man. You've always been such a hard worker, just like Dad was. I'm sure Mom and Dad would be really proud of you if they were here.
They'd be proud of you too. Dad would have loved your restaurant, you know. He always said you made the best curry.
He did. Anyway, remember to take care of your health. That's the most important thing.
Don't worry about that. Once May becomes my wife, I'll be eating healthy meals every day. Plus, I'm so happy right now that I feel invincible.
That's the power of love. Does she cook well? Better than my cooking?
Nobody beats your cooking, Sarah, but May makes these amazing dishes. I shouldn't expect any less from a nutritionist.
You're completely smitten, aren't you? But that means you found someone really special.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can hear you blushing through the phone.
Oh, shut up. My stop's here now. Really gotta run.
Okay, take care. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Send my regards to May. Hi, Sarah. This is May, Jack's fiance. Hi, May. Thanks for coming to meet me the other day. Those cookies you brought were delicious. I'm glad they were to your taste. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a moment? Sure, I'm just doing some prep work for tomorrow. Prep work? Oh, right. You run that restaurant. That small, rundown place. Yeah, the building is old, but I've put a lot of work into maintaining it. Must be hard keeping up appearances in that part of town. It does look a bit old from the outside, but the inside is clean and nice. You should come by sometime. I'll give you a special discount. No, thanks. I've never been to a diner like yours. I imagine that most of your clientele are rough types, construction workers, and the like. I don't want to set foot in a place like that. Well, we serve home-style cooking, so most of my customers are people who come to eat on their lunch break or need a proper, balanced meal in the evenings. Jack says it reminds him of our mom's food. Jack needs to develop more refined taste now. He doesn't belong in a place like that. Right. Well, you're right about most of my customers being guys. I guess it might be intimidating for a young woman to come alone. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Aren't you supposed to be the owner? Do you actually cook yourself? Yeah, I do. Sometimes I have part-timers help out, but I usually do most of it myself. Huh, interesting. And I heard you only graduated high school. Is that true? Yeah, I started working right after high school, though I was doing something completely different back then. Excuse me for asking, but how do you even survive these days with just a high school diploma? What kind of work could you even get without a degree? I worked various jobs to support us after our parents passed. I was thinking about this when we met the other day. Your clothes and bag were all non-branded, weren't they? Being over 30 and not owning a single designer item, your life must be really tough if you can't even invest in some decent fashion. I prefer investing in quality ingredients for my restaurant. Is that what you tell yourself? Look, I'm not really familiar with designer brands. I tried to wear my nicest clothes to meet you. Did I really look that bad? Yes, very much so. You looked really poor. And to be honest, I didn't know what to say. Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been uncomfortable for you at such an important meeting. I'll try to dress better next time. Don't bother. There won't be a next time. What do you mean? Let's be honest, you're not the kind of sister-in-law I imagined. I guess you're disappointed that I'm Jack's sister? Well, yes. Jack is handsome and works at a prestigious company that anyone would be proud of. But you're, well, the complete opposite. Yeah, I take after our dad, while Jack looks like our mom. She was a beautiful woman. No, it's not just that. How much do you weigh? You're definitely over the ideal weight for your height. I work long hours in the kitchen. That's no excuse for letting yourself go. I thought I was at a healthy weight. You're not even pretty to begin with, and you're overweight on top of that? As a woman, I'm shocked. I thought Jack's sister would be beautiful, but you look nothing alike. I'm sorry I'm not the ideal sister in law, but Jack is much more accomplished than me and has a great personality. Please take good care of him. I don't need you to tell me that, but you're a different story. A high school dropout running a cheap diner. You're an embarrassment to me. I didn't drop out, I graduated. May, I might not have gone to college, but my restaurant is actually quite popular. My customers seem to enjoy my food, and I'm very particular about the ingredients and flavors. But it's still just a diner, isn't it? I'd rather go to a chain restaurant than your place. Your popular customers must be all low-income people if they're willing to eat at a dump. Or are you saying you can compete with French restaurants? Well, that's a different category entirely. Then don't act like your restaurant has anything special. I'm sorry. Now, about what I really want to discuss. Yes, there's more. I don't plan to associate with you in the future, so I need you to not attend the wedding. What? I can't come to the wedding? That's right. But Jack, I'm his only family. Someone like you, he's better off with no family. You understand how important a wedding is to a woman, right? Well, yes, I understand that, but it's also important for Jack. The bride is more important than the groom, so promise me you'll come to the wedding. I can't. I understand that you don't want me there, but I'll lose weight before the wedding, and I'll buy designer clothes if I need to. Please, at least let me see Jack on a special day. I don't want to miss this. Designer clothes won't fix everything else about you. I'll do whatever it takes. Listen here, you don't get to make this decision. If you come, I'll call off the wedding. Is that what you want? Wait, please. Jack really loves you. Then promise me. There's still about 6 months until the wedding, right? And I heard you're not legally marrying until after the ceremony. Could I just have a little time to think about this? Are you trying to find a way around this? No, I just need time. You're so stubborn. I absolutely won't let you attend. I know, but please at least let me think about it until the wedding invitation arrives. Fine, use that time to come up with an excuse for not attending. Make sure it won't hurt Jack's feelings. And if you tell Jack about this conversation, the wedding is off. If you really care about your brother, you'll do as I say. Did you get the wedding invitation? Your time's almost up. Yes, Jack gave it to me today. Jack gave it to you in person? Yes, he came by to eat at my diner. He's still eating at that cheap place, even though I can make him healthy, stylish meals. I've really got to fix his sense of taste once we get married. So, have you thought of your excuse for not attending? I've been thinking about it every day. And? Well, I'm having trouble coming up with a good story. Oh, right. Why am I surprised? You're just a high school dropout with low intelligence. Fine, just say you're sick. That should work, and Jack will have to accept it. He knows I would never miss this occasion just because of a cold. He's usually the one forcing me to take a rest. Then say it's serious this time. But if I say that, Jack might come to check on me after the ceremony, and you wouldn't want that, would you? He won't visit you on our wedding day. We're staying at the hotel after we're finished with the ceremony in the hall we've booked. Besides, you could just tell him not to come. Say you don't want to spread your germs. He always brings me medicine when I'm sick. You're really dense, aren't you? Just tell him to stay away. I hope that works. You know what's pathetic? How desperately you cling to Jack. I don't cling to him. He's the one who visits me. Listen, Jack can live without you. How important do you think you are to him? He's become much more successful now, earning more, and marrying someone way above your level. Don't you understand we're living in different worlds? I don't understand all this talk about levels and worlds, but Jack and I are family. I care about him, and I believe he cares about me too. That's exactly what's annoying. Maybe if you were a sister worthy of Jack's status, I'd understand, but I don't want someone like you as family. I know he helped you in the past, but that's history. Stop clinging to Jack so desperately. He's the only family I have left. And you're the only thing holding him back. I'm not trying to cling to him. He's independent now, and we only meet occasionally. That's already more than normal siblings. Even the wedding invitation could have been mailed, but he specifically went to see your face. That's because he's worried about you. You're making him worry about you. Is that how it is? Have you looked in a mirror lately? What do you mean? You're poor, unattractive, and single. Of course he's worried about you. About how you're going to end up a lonely, single loser. Why don't you try making some effort? Or are you planning to keep being a burden to Jack for the rest of your life? Actually, I've been trying. Trying what? To be less embarrassing? I don't think I'm being a burden. And you know, since you mentioned it before, I've been dieting. I've lost 18 pounds since we first met. So could you maybe give me another chance? If you think I won't embarrass you at the wedding, would you please let me attend? You think losing a few pounds changes anything? I'm willing to keep trying. Ugh, so annoying. Even if you lose weight, unless you get plastic surgery, it's hopeless. You're really pissing me off. Just RSVP that you're not coming. If Jack asks why, tell him you don't want any contact anymore. But that would break his heart. Better than having you there ruining everything. I can't do that. Jack is my only family. That's exactly the problem. I don't want you interfering with our life after marriage. Jack should only think about me and my family. You absolutely cannot come to the wedding. And forget about getting another chance. Your face is so ugly, it makes me want to throw up just looking at it. I understand you don't like me, but... Don't contact me again unless it's to tell me you're not coming. Please, just let me be there for the ceremony. One more word and I'll tell Jack you've been harassing me. I would never. Who do you think he'll believe? His successful fiancée or his pathetic sister? Well, Sarah, I got your RSVP. Good girl, marking that you won't attend.
What?
What do you mean, what? You sent it, right? It's better without a poor, ugly person like you ruining everything. Finally, I can plan the wedding in peace.
Is this really you, May? What are you saying about my sister?
Huh? What? Did you hit your head or something?
This is Jack!
Huh? Jack? Cut it out, Sarah. That's not funny. You can't trick me like this.
This isn't a joke. I'm at the hospital because they called saying my sister collapsed at her restaurant. and then I saw your message notification on her phone.
The hospital? What hospital? Is it really you, Jack? You're using Sarah's phone?
Yes, it is. I saw your message, May. I can't believe you could actually say something like that. You're a horrible person.
No, you've got it wrong. This is just a game I'm playing with your sister. Don't worry about it.
A game? Show me where the fun part is.
You know how girls joke around sometimes.
This is no game. I'm looking at your past messages too, and it's all disgusting. You've been nothing but awful to my sister since you exchanged contact info.
Those messages aren't what you think, I promise.
You really think that you can convince me of that?
Jack, listen, you know how much I've dreamed about my wedding, right? I just wanted the perfect wedding ceremony, and I want to post beautiful photos on Instagram.
What does that have to do with my sister?
Image is everything these days. Think about our future children.
Our future what? I don't get what my sister has to do with any of that.
Well, you work at a prestigious company and you're handsome, but your sister is, you know, all our friends are successful and good looking. It would just be mean to have her there among all of us. Don't you feel sorry for her?
You think you're being considerate to her? Sorry, but I can't see any consideration in your past messages. And I don't think that my sister is as ugly as you think she is.
You're just too close to see it objectively.
That's no reason to keep her from coming to our wedding.
Oh, is that so? Then I was just worrying too much. I'll make sure to prepare a seat for your sister, so don't worry.
That won't be necessary. The wedding is off, and so is our engagement.
What? You're joking, right?
Do I sound like I'm joking?
But we've been planning for months.
Of course I'm not joking. You insulted my family. I'm not gonna marry someone like you.
What are you saying? Are you insane? You're calling off our marriage because of that woman? You must be out of your mind.
That woman raised me after our parents died.
But I'm your future wife.
You're the one who's out of your mind. You were planning to break up with me if my sister attended the wedding, right? If you felt that strongly, then you should be fine with this. Go marry someone else.
Wait, Jack, you've already met my parents, and I announced our engagement on social media. I even posted photos from when you proposed.
So what? You posted that stuff on your own. I didn't tell you to do any of that.
Do you know how humiliating this will be?
I don't care.
Are you saying your sister is more important than me?
You were the most important person in this world to me, but that was the May I thought I knew. Not this bully who threatens my sister and tells her she can't come to the wedding.
But everyone has different sides to them.
There are limits! And different people have different deal breakers. For me, insulting my sister is absolutely unforgivable. After seeing who you really are, I can't imagine marrying you anymore.
I can change. I'll be nicer to her. I'm sorry, Jack. Please forgive me. I'll apologize to your sister, too.
Don't bother. And by the way, my sister collapsed because of you.
What? How is that my fault?
You threatened her with ending our relationship, and she was stressing herself out trying to lose weight to get your approval. She's already so busy with work, and you made her deal with this nonsense. The doctor said it was from stress. This is completely your fault.
She's just weak then. That's just poor health management on her part. It's not my fault. You can't blame me for that.
Even if that were true, I still can't forgive you. I'll formally apologize to your parents soon and tell them the engagement is off.
Wait, don't do that. I want to marry you, Jack. I've done everything I could, dieting, fashion, whatever it took. And now you're breaking off our engagement just because of your sister?
Just because? Are you hearing yourself? I've told you before, my sister paid for my high school and college education. After our parents died, there was barely any inheritance. She raised me in their place. Do you have any idea how much she sacrificed for me? I am who I am today because of her.
I understand that.
No, you don't. If you really understood, you'd never say such things to her. And by the way, she's not even poor.
What? But she only runs that shabby diner. A place like that can't make much money. She wears such cheap clothes.
That diner is her passion. During the day, she serves nutritious lunches to busy workers, white collar and blue. And in the evenings, she runs it as a community kitchen for children and parents who can't afford meals.
A community kitchen? No wonder she's not making any money.
Don't you get it? She's not doing it for the money. She wants to help kids who are going through what we went through. My sister doesn't even need to work anymore. She has enough money.
Your sister has what? You must be lying.
It's all true. She's been investing since she started working and did really well with it. She was able to quit her corporate job at 30. The diner is just what she really wants to do. She doesn't care about profits. She's actually busier now than before, but she's always working to help others.
If she was such an amazing person, why didn't you tell me? If I had known, I would have never said those things.
Why should it matter whether my sister has money or not?
Of course it matters. We're going to be family.
Don't throw around the word family so lightly. You only care about superficial things.
Let me see your sister. Which hospital is she in? I need to apologize.
I already told you no. I don't want to see your face anymore.
What?
Someone as ugly on the inside as you might make my sister's condition worse. Just stay away from her forever.
Jack, please, give me a chance. Let me talk to your sister before you decide about breaking off the engagement.
You wouldn't even give my sister a chance, but you expect one for yourself? Don't make me laugh. I'll never forget how you insulted my only family. Stay out of our lives for good.
I'll do anything, please.
Goodbye, May. Don't contact either of us again.
After I was discharged from the hospital, May came to apologize to me in tears. Despite her usual pride, she even got down on her knees and begged. I guess she really didn't want the engagement to be called off. I could see how much it meant to her, even though her actions had been so hurtful. People make mistakes, and if my brother had still wanted to marry her, I probably would have forgiven her. The day she came to apologize, she brought expensive designer clothes as a gift, still thinking that material things could fix the situation. She kept insisting that she could make it up to me, that she'd help promote my restaurant on social media, that she'd introduce me to her beauty consultants. She didn't seem to understand that none of that mattered to me or Jack. But my brother wouldn't budge and refused to forgive May. When she tried to contact him through mutual friends, he blocked them too. I accepted her apology, but told her there was nothing I could do. Her parents were furious about the broken engagement at first, but when they saw the text messages she'd sent me, they were speechless. They even offered to pay the wedding cancellation fees without asking for any compensation. Her father came to my restaurant personally to apologize. He was mortified that his daughter could treat someone that way, especially someone who had sacrificed so much for their sibling. He shared that they had perhaps spoiled May too much, always giving in to her demands about appearances and status. I feel terrible that my brother's wedding was canceled, but honestly, I don't think May was right for him. The way she treated people who she thought were beneath her showed her true character. I'm sure there's someone much better out there for him. I heard that May deleted all her social media accounts afterward and became a shut-in. Apparently, she had been bragging about her engagement to everyone, so when it was called off, people laughed at her and made fun of her. She had posted so many pictures of herself with Jack, always with captions about their perfect relationship and how they were meant to be together. When everything fell apart, all those posts became targets for gossip. I guess that's why she couldn't face anyone anymore. But that just shows what kind of relationships she'd built with people. All surface, no substance. As for me, I recently got my first boyfriend in years. He was a doctor from the hospital where I collapsed, and he turned out to be a regular customer at my diner. He'd been coming in for lunch every now and then for months. Things just clicked between us after he treated me at the hospital. He gets along great with my brother too, and now they often hang out together. Sometimes they even help out at the community kitchen events. My boyfriend says he's always admired how I ran the diner, especially the evening community kitchen program. He had seen me working with the families who came in, though I never realized he was watching. It's funny how life works out. While May thought my diner was shameful, it ended up being where I met someone who truly appreciates what I do. It really makes me happy to see the important people in my life getting along so well. Jack has been much more relaxed since breaking things off with May, though I know he still feels guilty about not noticing her treatment of me sooner. I keep telling him it wasn't his fault. Love can make you blind sometimes. Someday, I hope I can have that kind of relationship with someone special in my brother's life too. But this time, we'll both be more careful about who we let into our family.